did you authorize this?
Iris Bounty, of course.
In a galaxy far, far away. Well, actually, it's right here in the metaverse.
Wait, where's my crew? Why am I making all the decisions alone?
Meet Captain Jenkins. He used to think running a galactic empire solo was cool. He was wrong.
This is exhausting!
But there's a better way. Introducing the Star Atlas DAO, where democracy meets the final frontier.
I propose we increase mining rewards.
I second this motion.
All in favor of not letting Jenkins make decisions alone anymore?
Now I can focus on what I do best, looking cool in my captain's chair.
With Star Atlas DAO, you have the power.
I just voted on fleet composition. I feel so democratic.
I help decide resource allocation. My polis tokens actually matter.
But wait, there's more! State your polis now and receive voting rights on major decisions, a voice in the galactic economy, the warm, fuzzy feeling of decentralization, bragging rights at space cantinas.
What'll it be? I'll take a Cosmic Cosmo. And did I mention I'm part of the Star Atlas DAO governance?
Don't just take our word for it. Here's what DAO members are saying.
I've invested in 17 different galaxies, and I can honestly say this is the most engaging governance system I've encountered.
I went from space dictator to space democrat, and my crew actually likes me now.
Stake your polis, join the discussions, vote on proposals, be the change you want to see. The future of Star Atlas is in your hands. Will you be a passive observer or an active participant in the greatest democratic experiment in gaming history, the metaverse, where every voice matters, every vote counts, and every polis token is a step toward true decentralization. Plus, it's way more fun than being a space dictator.
Trust me, I'm a council member.
Star Atlas DAO Democracy in Space. Side effects may include increased civic engagement, compulsive proposal reading, and overwhelming desire to discuss governance at social gatherings. Consult your local space lawyer before staking. Past galactic performance does not guarantee future universal domination.
Very interesting. All right, and we are live, Morango. Hello, what is up? Sorry, I did not see all of you beautiful people there in the chat. Sheesh, the chat is so live before we even start. Well, all right, intros are due. What is up, everybody? I am Nopera, and welcome to the opening of the Super Phoenix Sports May Star Racer League. And as usual, I'll be your play-by-play caster, accompanied by the beautiful Morango as my color caster.
Hello, guys.
Hello. So, the reason I was distracted from all of you guys for the very first few seconds is because I was admiring the roster and the lineup that we have piled up for you all today. And yeah, to finish on what I was telling you, Morango, it looks like we have King Buddha competing today, but like look at okay, we have 3 matches, guys. Okay, we got 2 matches. And then we got a final.
No, you were saying like.
Yeah, like look at these names. Like, look at these names, alright? King Buddha, Dakota, Hash Panda, and Zinc. All these 4 in one race. Yeah, these 4 are in the same race. That's the very first race. We're starting off with the big names. That's what I mean. And then we're gonna have... Okay, I think everybody here is a big name. Sheesh. Got Jimmy, Draco, Sakhalin, and Daenerys in the very second match, which is also a pretty interesting matchup that I would be very interested in. I'm not sure about King Buddha and Hash Panda and how they're gonna hash it out, because we've seen a lot of competition going on between them. Vroom vroom deers, Sakhalin, Boraya, Uslu, Çektir, Tayfaya. I hope I pronounced it right. It's Turkish. I don't speak Turkish, but I tried my best to pronounce. Is it Uslu or Ushlu? I'm wondering. Or am I even pronouncing the U right at all? Because it might be Shektir and not Sektir. I don't know. Hands, yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Ralin says, Happy Mother's Day. Yes, it is Mother's Day for a few parts of the world today, apparently.
Here
And
in Argentina is not. I can for sure say that.
all right.
In Argentina it's in October, so it's not my day because I don't have kids.
That is true. That is true. All right. Well, we will see. Morango, did you see the rest of the matchups? We're gonna have 4 matches. The top 2 from each match will play against each other, and the bottom 2 from each match will then be played against each other. So the third match will define who will come out as 3rd and 4th in today's tournament and today's part of the league. And the very last match will be the final. The best 2 racers from each race are going to be competing for who is gonna bag it up for the very first race of the Star Racer Season 1 opening. Do you got any dark horses, any bets going on this, Morango? Anybody you're looking out for?
I will say in the name I will jinx today, and it's Hash Panda because I love how he races, and I will jinx him. It's not that I want to jinx them, it's just that I love the way he races. But sorry. If I make bets and I say who I like from each bracket, I jinx them. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's your fault
well,
you make me do this.
that's interesting. I'm not sure who I'd be voting for because we have seen King Buddha. Like every single time I see King Buddha racing, I have to bring this back to Clash of the Titans. The very first Clash of the Titans that took place, was it December that we had that? December 2025, I believe we had Clash of Titans. December.
Yes.
There was a big build-up towards Clash of Titans where we were doing these tournaments week in and week out for months, and then got to December where we had this major event called Clash of Titans, and King Buddha walked out of that so well that people started accusing him of cheating. He had to then record himself doing the same time lapse while recording his hand and the mouse so that the team was verifying that he's not actually cheating, and it was pretty insane. And it's kind of been downhill for him from there because I've seen him lose quite a few races. We've seen Jimmy go up and above, and we've seen Zinc go up and above as well. So there's potential for pretty much anyone in these lobbies, and this first matchup is not one to be underestimated. Now, if you're just tuning in to Super Phoenix Sports for the very first time, hello and welcome. If you're wondering what game we are playing, this is Star Atlas, one of our very dear sponsors, and it's an upcoming open world metaverse MMORPG that has a lot of different games built within that one game. It's a whole ecosystem. It's also a lot bigger than the game at this current state, and they're planning to go very big with this. And today we're going to be playing the racing game. We also have the shooting game. If you haven't seen those, make sure to check out the streams and the past footages from the videos on our channels, and you can see more of the shooter games as the racers are getting seated into their starships, and it seems that they are getting ready on the tracks. We will be with the races very shortly here, and we see the charismatic director who usually opens up these streams with us, Mr. Lanzer, saying go Star Racer go. Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat. Oh, I think I heard myself. No, Morango, not myself.
What did you do?
Well, only for a brief moment.
Oh, it was me, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. It's not a problem. It's just not everybody likes hearing themselves, right? Despite having this beautiful, smooth voice that y'all are enjoying every single week in these tournaments, right? Please flatter me in the chat, don't wreck me. And all right, well, daring little K says let's go. It seems like there's quite a few people rooting for Sakhalin today. Now, most of you know from previous streams, Sakhalin is also a personal friend of mine, and I would root for him too. We've seen him get better and better with the racing. However, he's been more of a shooting kind of player rather than a racing one. And we have seen Siempre estoy para SPS. Oh, that's you! I was like, Morango, translate this. Okay, so what does this mean, Morango?
I'm always here for SPS.
Ah, okay. Well, you are. You're literally right here, right here. Wait, you're here. You're on
The
my
real
right on the stream.
face of... I'm the
Yes,
real
you are on
face.
my right. She is the real face,
Really. I
apparently,
came
and
here
it
to
seems that.
pronounce R. Arr.
Oh. I mean, I can too. I can too because in Arabic it's Arabi. Frick.
Arr, arr, arr.
Arabi. Arabi. It's yeah.
Arabic.
Arabi. So yeah, it's we have an even tougher pronunciation overall. Looks like we are trying to get into the match, and yeah, I'm trying to join match 1 as well. As I'm trying to join the session, it is saying request session not found. I wonder if the lobbies have been full already. That's what we'll figure out here very shortly. And we will see. Match 1, match 2. Match 1. I wonder if the match is already underway. Let's see. Do we have the feed? Yes, we do have the feed. We were already up and running for a whole minute, Morango. And it seems that the very first and most exciting match is already underway. Doesn't work. Alright,
Oh,
the
wait.
match. Yeah, let me
King Buddha, Dakota, Hashpanda, and Sync Ses. Can I call him Ses so I don't go Ses? We have King Buddha going in the first place, followed by Dakota, then Hashpanda, my jinx of the day, and Sync Ses.
Well, Hash Panda might be your jinx of the day, but Hash Panda is a close friend of mine. I've seen him dominate in a lot of these games. We see 8 minutes left on the clock with with Hash Panda not being that far behind as Dakota's trying to catch up to King Buddha there. The map was called Exonade, Morango, right? This is Exonade, right?
This is
If
yes.
I'm not mistaken. Yes. I remember. And I feel like it got a bit more polished. There was a lot of assets that weren't finished when we were first hosting races on Exonade. It looks a lot more well done now than it did before. Probably
looks cleaner, if you will use a word. It would be
yeah,
cleaner.
more full. The world looks a bit more live, to say the least.
Yeah.
And all right, well, these are gonna be 10-minute races, everybody, as King Buddha's racing to the top spot, where Zinc being in last place is something we are definitely not used to. However, when his competition is Hash Panda, Dakota, and King Buddha, can we really blame him? Because he's got some of the top racers of the community going head-to-head with him. We see Dakota taking the little shortcuts between the plants there. Quite a cheeky turn made to make sure he gets every single checkpoint and still capitalize on a lot of speed through cutting those turns as much as he possibly can. That's next level cutting turns, Morango. I haven't seen turns cut like that in a while. Dakota's going at it.
How is he doing it?
Memorizing it to like probably rehearse the track. He just memorized every single turn. It's probably it's like through trial and error. You go into the track, you try to shave off a few seconds each run, and you do it over and over and over again until you reach a time where you know every single shortcut, you know every single, like, the best pathing, let's say, as to how you can go through.
And check out the speed he's going.
Yeah, he sure is going, because he knows how to go a little bit of sideways. We're not seeing as much sideways driving as we used to. Maybe that, well, King Buddha is showing us that, actually. That might be why he's at the top. We see him driving almost entirely sideways most of the time. But the way he takes the turns and cuts them very cleanly, is very tight around the roll there. And yeah, I think that's what separates him from the rest in today's event if he keeps racing like this. It looks like the King Buddha from Clash of Titans is back, Morango. It looks like the king is back to reclaim his throne. That's what it looks like.
It's easy to see how he has been in the top 4 since the match started, since the race has started. So yeah, I think he's coming here to claim that he's the king, the actual king of Star Atlas.
I mean, last time King Buddha was on the tracks with the Super Phoenix Sports tournament, the turnout did not end up quite the same as it usually does, because last time we didn't see King Buddha winning. We actually saw King Buddha getting eliminated by none other than Dakota and Zeta Was Zeta Zinc, by the way? Or are they two different people?
No. Zeta is another person who I actually I thought he was an English speaker, but he's Spanish, so it was a shock to me.
So we were right to call him Zeta then.
Zeta, yes. We should
Because
say
if he's
Zeta.
Spanish. Yeah, we should say
Yes.
Zeta. Yeah, and yeah. Fun cultural
Actually,
language time. Zeta
He
means
speaks
her.
Spanish. I tried to say that he speaks Spanish, but I don't know if he's from Spain, but he speaks
Or South
Spanish.
American.
So I will have to keep my mouth shut sometimes because I know he can roast me in one video or stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he's been making some of those videos. Well, it seems that King
Yeah.
Buddha has concluded the race and ended it in the way that we expected it to go, as King Buddha closes down on 5 minutes and 29 seconds. That's
Yo.
18 seconds ahead of second place. What an insane placing. We expected nothing less from the king on this one. That was pretty insane. That was pretty insane. We see Dakota going quite a bit far behind as he... Oh, wait. 3 seconds behind, actually, Dakota was in second place. And then we got Zinc. And unexpectedly, Hash Panda ended up in last, even though he was way ahead of Zinc and fighting for second. But I guess some turn was mistaken or some wall was hit during his lap. Probably some unfortunate event has happened to Hash Panda for him to end up in the 4th place. But however, Hash Panda could still walk out of here with some golden glory if he makes sure to win the 3rd and 4th placers match later tonight, right after this second match. And the second match is, boy, do we have a treat for you. So, now you all know, King Buddha, Dakota, they're qualifying for the very final to determine who's going to be the best of the very first tournament of Star Racer League Season 1. And Zinc and Hash Panda will be going into the 3rd match to determine who's going to be 3rd or 4th for tonight's tournament, as they compete versus the 2 3rd and 4th placers that are going to be chosen from the following match, which is going to be none other than Jimmy. I see y'all have been cheering Sakhalin on, so y'all be very pleased to know that Sakhalin is going to be competing on this coming up match. And Morango is going to be very pleased to know that the lineup includes Daenerys and Draco. So second match is gonna be something, Morango. Yeah, there we go. She got the Chimera hat out. She's gonna represent. She's got the merch out. She's serious. That's how you know she means business. That's how you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
You're gonna have to.
This is going to be a fight. This race.
It's hard for Chimera, honestly, Morango. I know Daenerys and Draco are really powerful racers, but look at the other side of the board.
I mean,
Jimmy and Sakhalin.
Jimmy was
mainly.
Fast. Yep.
You saw him last. Was it last week or the week
Mayam.
before, Morango?
Mayam. Yeah, he plays it cool,
Mayam.
like chill, like nothing is happening here, and then bam, he's on the 1st place or second.
All of a
and
sudden, he's just
fighting
overtaken everybody.
Yeah.
And then all of a second, he's all of a sudden he's pretty much dominating the entire race. Yeah, we've seen these overtakes before from Jimmy. And
yes,
I don't know.
I'm concerned here because Daenerys is saying she's afraid. Come on, girl.
She's afraid
Don't
of
do
what?
this.
Jimmy? Or Sakhalin?
I don't know.
I think Jimmy is scarier than
No.
Sakhalin when it comes to racing. Okay, I think Jimmy is more scary than Sakhalin, but Sakhalin is more scary than almost anyone else when
Yes.
it's a shooter.
I was going to say that when you're in the shooter game and you see Sakhalin, it's like, oh, okay, poopy time.
That's when you know. Yeah, that's when you know it's
Run.
clobbering. It's shooting time, not just clobbering time. But yeah, we
Like
see a lot of people cheering Sakhalin on. Furkan Erguven?
King
Like
Buddha. I don't know. I read my
Morango.
name there. Yes, King Buddha. Well done.
Oh, you read his name, but yeah. King Buddha, well done, man. I was just talking about you, how you are reclaiming the glory that you had set for yourself in Clash of Titans back in December 2025, and we are very happy to see you climb those ranks back up and showing everyone again what it means to be at the top. That was a pretty impressive performance, and that was a pretty impressive claim for the first match, and I look forward to seeing how you plan on claiming the entire event for today as you head on to the final match right after these next 2 matches, actually, because the final match of today is going to be in the end. That's why it's a final, right, guys? Come on, keep up, guys. So third and fourth might be an interesting matchup too. Like off the bat, you got Hash Panda and Zinc. Off the bat, all right. It's already a great. It's already a great matchup. It's already a matchup that that might be very, very intense, actually. And yeah, I look forward to seeing it. I actually look forward to seeing it. What do you think? Do you think Draco or Daenerys have a shot? How confident are you in Chimera's odds right now? You're not. You're muted, Morango.
Can you hear
There she
me?
is. Yes, we can hear you. Hello.
I know I can't hear you. Oh,
Oh, no.
Give me a second.
Give
There
her a
he goes.
second. You can hear me now?
I'm back.
All
I'm
right,
trying
there
to
she
be
is.
live. I fixed stuff on the go. Yeah, this is going to be a really big fight. I don't know what you asked me, but I see that we have a
I asked you
Carnage
about
coming.
Chimera's chances. That's what I asked you about.
It's a tough one. That's all I'm going to say. Because I know they can actually race really good, Draco and Daenerys, but Sakhalin is a big name, and yeah, I see both names on the left.
We expected Jimmy at the top, but right now we're seeing Sakhalin overtake Jimmy. Sakhalin is very much first up with a head start on Jimmy, as Sakhalin takes even tighter corners than Jimmy has and extends his lead through those pots of plants there, and takes on a lead that I was not expecting at all. We see Draco right on the tail of Jimmy as he tries to overtake him and capture second place, but I'm not. Ooh, the turn was slick and the speed was there. However, Jimmy manages to flee and keep and maintain his second place standing, and Daenerys is tailing Draco not too far behind from the pack. She's not out for the count just yet. I wouldn't count her out just yet, but Sakhalin is showing the same kind of dominance we've seen from King Buddha. It's the first time I see somebody who's this far ahead and doing this well who isn't King Buddha. I have not witnessed that in a while. So
It's a new thing, yes.
Yeah, we're used to Sakhalin dominating the shooter. Oh, there we go. Jimmy back at the top. I kind of jinxed my buddy here, but they're neck and neck. We see contact from both Sakhalin and Jimmy. Sakhalin has the chance around the next corner. Will he make it tight enough to actually overtake Jimmy? Because that's what he needed, and he does. Overtake happens. Jimmy is left in the dust. Jimmy tries to catch up, flies way over Sakhalin, but gets bounced against the rocks, gets right behind him, tries to capitalize again, and the overtake happens. It takes place. Jimmy is in front. However, Sakhalin does not let it slide. Their neck and neck contact is made. The trees will decide as the jungle declares Sakhalin as king of that turn, and as he extends. Oh, those boosts being preserved, allowing Jimmy to overtake Sakhalin around the very end. We're seeing them being neck and neck. The turn is being taken as tightly as it can be. Draco is falling behind because the fierce rivalry of Jimmy and Sakhalin have set them on a different caliber. They've set a different bar and a different ceiling for this whole race at this point. That is pretty insane. That is more intense of a race than I was expecting to walk into, Morango.
That race, that fight they have when it comes to Jimmy and Sakhalin, that's what we want to see here in the races. How they try to keep it on the first place and they try to move each other, and it encourages other players to play as good as they do. So kudos there.
It is. It's all about the rivalry.
Yes, Sakhalin is showing us that we need more competitive here. We need to see this.
We need to see people defying the king. That's what we need. We need to see who's going to step up to King Buddha at the final and overthrow the crown, take over the kingdom, overthrow the throne, I believe, and take the crown, take over the kingdom. Because racing has been King Buddha's ballpark for quite a while now, and I could see Jimmy or Sakhalin, either of these two. I'll be honest, I believe Jimmy was the only one capable of toppling King Buddha in the final, but then I see this race and I'm like, okay, never mind. Sakhalin, he made sure his name is up there. He made sure he shows everybody that he has the skill to give the performance that is needed to actually overtake King Buddha. But however, right now he must make do with the task of overtaking Jimmy. That's where we're struggling. Excuse the feed. However, the feed is getting better and Sakhalin is not that far behind. I stand corrected as Jimmy gets a significant boost ahead. Sakhalin is trying to cut corners. Remember, these plants and these corners are already where Sakhalin gained some ground on Jimmy. If Jimmy does not memorize what Sakhalin is doing, Sakhalin is going to overtake him, and that's what he's going for. Jimmy, however, cuts the corner even deeper this time and makes sure he maintains this lead on this lap. And that is how Jimmy was able to last minute. I think Jimmy took it over last minute.
They're really, really close.
They are. They really are. But I believe that was the 5-minute race, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe the leaderboard was a little bit bugged. We could report this bug if that is the case, because the race did not yet cross the finish line. However, the leaderboard has changed. However, we do know which ship is Sakhalin. We do know which ship is Jimmy. Jimmy in the green ship sliding fancily as he has barely a lead that Sakhalin is trying to close down. The gap is ending and Jimmy barely, few centimeters off, takes it over Sakhalin. However, Sakhalin is in second place, so Sakhalin does qualify to the final alongside Jimmy. Sakhalin still has a chance to prove he is the best by qualifying to the final and actually toppling the king. We have how much? That was 0.09 seconds. That's how much difference there was between Jimmy and Sakhalin. 0.09 seconds. That's the difference between when Jimmy finished and Sakhalin finished.
That's a finale of one race.
You know that meme with the horse going over the finish line with his tongue?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what happened right here. Jimmy had his tongue out, and that 0.09 second was just Jimmy's tongue sticking out of the ship. And that's how Jimmy got through the finish line. What a race. Sakhalin well deserved to go into the final, clearly showing us that this is not over and that this rivalry will be taken out towards the final and will be proven in front of the king himself. I pretty much wonder how that one's gonna play out, and I am very, very intrigued to find out. So, here you have it, guys. Jimmy and Sakhalin qualified to the finals. Draco and Daenerys will be meeting with Hash Panda and Zinc to determine who's gonna take 3rd and 4th place for today's Season 1 opening of the Star Racer League. So, I believe that we're gonna be moving towards the 3rd and 4th place, which is a race when you get Daenerys where you Morango get to see Daenerys race twice. There were so many S's in that sentence. You get to see Daenerys race twice. See Daenerys race twice. So many S's in the sentence. Oh my God.
Say it again. And faster. You get to see Daenerys again. You get to see Daenerys again.
No. You get to see Daenerys race twice. You get to see Daenerys race twice. You get to see Daenerys race twice. See Daenerys race twice. See Daenerys race twice.
Nice.
Nice. All right, so let's see.
Yeah.
So let's see how Daenerys will perform.
Come on,
5,
seriousness.
6, 8, 7th, 8th place.
Yeah.
Very close. I agree,
How do you
Dakota.
pronounce? Sorry, I cut you. Tofa.
I think that's Tofash Sershe Draco. I don't know.
What does it mean?
I have no clue. That is Turkish, not Arabic. That is not in my territory.
Okay, type in English, guys, please, because I don't know all the languages. I know 200,
right.
But...
Well, while you're doing that, we're going to be heading off for a quick break before we come back with the last 2 matches. So make sure to stay tuned as we take this little halftime break before we come back to you guys and determine who's going to be 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for today's tournament. So until then, we're going to be right back with this small break. Make sure to grab some water, everybody.
Thank you.
Yes, you need a reminder, usually.
Yeah, we are. I need to move.
Yeah.
I'm going.
All right, we are going back. Yes, sir. Do the countdown.
We are back in.
All right. Are we back fully yet? We are back fully. Welcome back, everybody. We are back from halftime, and we are back with some very interesting. I hope you guys drank your water. I know I did, because I know I'm gonna be parched. Because I have a lot to cast on. We have a lot to cast on. Morango, we have insane names.
I just helped.
Two different matches.
You cast. I help.
Yes, but you have a lot of helping to do, because there's a lot of insane racing that's gonna be going on right in front of our eyes, Morango. And you've got to be stepping in on it with me, because the players, the racers, are going to be stepping on the gas, and so should we, and so should every single one of you in the chat. Make sure to let us know you're there. Make sure to say hello. Make sure to join and tune in on any of our social platforms. If you haven't yet, make sure to follow some of our X Spaces, which our team is hosting weekly. You'll see most of our team members, and we will be having many special guests that you should be attending and seeing over the weeks. Now, all that aside, we see the third and fourth placers match setup. The roster is Zinc, Draco, Hash Panda, and Daenerys. We got two Chimeras still spot on. We got my boy Hash Panda in the mix, and Zinc, who has been absolutely dominant. Sure, all four of these guys have lost, but look at the names. Exactly. Take out the cap and then bring out the cap and then look at the names, Morango. Exactly.
Okay, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I see a queue that is going to be, let's say, presented as a winner in this race. One of the two is going to be on the top.
One of the two Chimeras has to be the top here.
But I will translate you what Daenerys said. She said the queen has stuff in her ship. That's why she did last. She has a White Walker on the trunk of her motorbike.
A white what?
A White Walker from Game of Thrones.
That flew way by, but okay, that makes sense. Will she carry it through this race, though? That is the question.
Now we get it. You see?
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't her.
Yeah.
But I see a queue there. I put my money on, and it's going to one queue.
I guess you gotta remember to clear out your baggage if you're going into a race. No, clear out as much weight as possible. I don't know, but
Daenerys, please empty the bike before you jump on.
This time you better empty the bike before you jump on it.
You should.
Better make sure the bike is running nice and smooth, because the names you're going up against are not an easy task. Draco, the same advice goes for you, my friend, because we hope to see you in one of the top two. Honestly, I hope to see any of these four win. I can't pick favorites except for Hash Panda. I love you, bro. Like, Hash Panda's freaking awesome, and yeah, that's the. I do like all four racers. Okay, I legitimately will be happy no matter who wins, but part of me really wants to see Hash Panda win as well, because Hash Panda, me and him are like a personal cut above
favorites.
The other three.
No simp. Don't be a simp.
I simp for pandas.
Don't.
You know, have you seen pandas?
Don't.
You know how cute they are. I'll simp for a panda any day. What do you mean? I'll simp for a panda any day. Any day.
I see Daenerys on Game of Thrones, and I think, oh, she would race so good. I don't know.
Potentially, because they are already underway. Where
I
is
need
the race?
you to have a soundboard of the sounds that you and me make when we're streaming.
So, well, you could easily extract the audio of the stream and then put it into a soundbite and then put it on the soundboard. That'll be pretty easy.
You do it better.
Yeah,
you do better.
We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. All right.
And it's on.
Yes, it is on. It's been on for 1 minute, and Zinc and Hash Panda are in the top two. Draco, never mind, overtakes Hash Panda, as it's very tight between these two. Hash Panda and Draco are trying to catch up to Zinc. Zinc having a solid lead. That's more like the Zinc we know, because Zinc finishing in last place is not something we're used to. Hash Panda overtakes Draco. Even tries to go after Zinc. Daenerys probably still have that baggage you spoke of, and we really, it's not looking good for Chimera here at this point.
Yo, Hash Panda. Hash Panda, you rock.
Exactly. You've seen what pandas look like. Well, what more could you ask for? Who else could you cheer for? Am I right? Zinc, Hash Panda, Draco, and Daenerys. That is the current standing of our racers here today. As Hash Panda is in second place, Draco is not that far behind. As you know, one thing I see, Draco's not cutting corners as efficiently as we saw Sakhalin and Buddha do it. Is that what separated that? Was it a 10-second gap between King Buddha and Draco?
Yeah, it could make a difference when you make the turns different, and actually if you close a bit, you can go faster and you don't crash the borders. I think he's trying to avoid collide, and that's why he's going so, let's say, slow, but it's
slow
not
and steady, because he's trying not to bump into any walls. He's trying to steadily finish the race. So what you're saying is Buddha and Sakhalin got off doing these times, got away with doing these times because they did not bump into any walls when they took huge risks.
Because they are
driving.
reckless drivers. I wouldn't like to see them.
Is it reckless
when I'm in the metaverse?
Or did they memorize the lanes? Is it reckless or is it professional though? Because you kind of think about it when professional racers race.
That's a thin line. Yeah. That's a thin line there. Yeah.
Between being professional and being reckless.
Yes, maybe you can be both. You, not them.
Potentially. Me, I could be professional and reckless. Well, I mean, yeah, kind of sums up Nopera in words.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I see your point. There, Morango. Can't argue with that. All right, Draco in third. Daenerys falling behind the pack.
I'm sorry, I just noticed there's a path there that I didn't see before in the map. Before
the map
they
has
enter
changed,
the water.
Morango.
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
See, maybe the players that are winning today, they did their homework.
Yeah.
And they did their homework on what paths they're taking and what time they're cutting. They shaved off seconds before coming in here.
Or they have been practicing during the week, which
that's
everyone should do.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what I mean when I tell you they did their homework. That's pretty much what it looks like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like Zinc is gonna be aiming for that third place spot for today's opener match, and Hash Panda is gonna be trying to go for that fourth if Draco doesn't do anything about it here soon, because Hash Panda's taking those turns pretty neatly. Remember, guys, Hash Panda was originally an S tier racer and still races like one, but got unfortunate in his first race, so he's trying to have a redemption arc in this third or fourth place matchup here, as we see who's gonna be.
Says he's always trying to do the same thing. He's always trying to be on the top, and he makes the effort to be there. Today it was a weird day for him. It was a weird start when the races started, but now he's taking back what he owns, which is always the first or second place.
It certainly seems to be the case, because we see Hash Panda not letting go of that second place, Draco not getting a chance to close in on him, because Hash Panda keeps increasing the lead with the speed he's going at, and he's not shy of taking risks. He's not shy of hugging these walls. He's trying to shave off every single second that he can shave off without... Oh, there we go. We have the first finish from Zinc. Hash Panda finishing in second. It is set in stone, ladies and gentlemen. Draco third and Daenerys in fourth. We have the time set in stone, ladies and gentlemen. That was it. Zinc finishes
He didn't take
first.
the corpse.
She didn't
The
take
White
out
Walker,
the baggage.
sorry. The baggage. Oh my god.
The baggage.
YouTube,
Let's just call it
you
baggage.
didn't. You didn't hear anything, YouTube. Thank you.
Yes. Right, 5 minutes 25 seconds. There was 8 seconds behind between. There were 8 seconds between Zinc and Hash Panda's race completion time. However, Draco was only 3 seconds behind Hash Panda. He was 3 seconds away from scoring the 4th place of this tournament of today. Pretty close, and Chimera almost had it today. Chimera almost had a placing in today's tournament. They were this close. They were 3 seconds close. Actually, less than 3 seconds. They were 2.4 seconds close. They were 2.4 seconds away.
Not even 3.
Not even 3.
You
2.4 seconds.
Not even 3. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's closer to 2 seconds than 3 seconds. So constant speed by all 4 at the last lap. Yes, we saw a lot of constant speed by all 4. Wait, if Zinc finished 1st place, he will be 5th place in total. Because of who loses on the final. Potentially, yes, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Yes, that's how this goes. So they're competing for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and the people who qualified for the finals take the top 4 spots. Yes, Dakota.
Yes.
Apologies for the confusion. When I think of 3rd and 4th matches, that's like it's the name of the format in my head. But you're right, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. There we go. You have the listings, the standings there on the board, and as now we're getting ready and set up for the very final. Which is pretty insane.
Now we have it.
Now we have it. Now we have the king.
A ver,
himself.
quiero ver. Skullcrusher, what do you think is going to be the 1st and 2nd name that is going to pop up in the final match?
That's a hard one.
Because, yeah, today I'm
That's
not going to
really
ask
hard
you. I'm going to ask Skullcrusher. Oh, he got it. Buddha and Jimmy.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Da, da, da.
I think it's logical based on title wins, race wins, weekly wins to say Buddha, Jimmy. But a big part of me wants to say Sakhalin Dakota. Because Sakhalin Dakota, I like both of these guys a lot. And but no matter how much I like them, it's all about how well they can race. I want to hear an underdog story here tonight. I want an underdog so badly, but to be fair, what's an underdog about these guys? Because they're already guaranteeing a spot, whether it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. They're already guaranteeing a place in the very first match of the Star Racer Season 1 opening event here today. Friendly fire? You think Skull is what? You think Skull is shaman? What's a shaman is a healer, right? A troll healer.
Yes.
That's what a shaman is. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't look so bad, but I'm frozen.
Well, at least you froze on a good, like on the good
Yes,
frame, right?
I'm saying it. Do I look good, guys? Because I got frozen.
Yeah,
I will
the
not
frame is
shut
decent.
down the camera. It's going to be
Yeah.
messy.
It's alright. We'll deal with her picture and we can hear her, right?
It's kind of creepy. I'm watching you, Opera. What are you saying, Opera? Wow, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Skullcrusher screwed up my camera. He did something. I know he did.
It's the
With his
shaman.
powers, the shaman powers. Yeah, thank you for that horror show. He's calling me a horror show, but nah, I have
Alright,
no
there we
problem
go.
with it.
We are starting the race here, which is very interesting because I am not able to join the race after it is set and done, so we'll have to watch other people's POVs again, which is okay because we're even getting very good feedback, very good feeds. From our server operators, which have been doing a great job. Now, one thing I would like to highlight on the stream, everybody, is that what you see here, me and Morango, you see our faces every single time, but there's a huge team of very capable and dedicated individuals that help us make all of this possible. And I just want to give a quick shout out to the amazing team that we have here on Super Phoenix Sports. And if you're interested in joining the team and helping us make these amazing tournaments happen, make sure to join our Discord or message us on one of our socials, maybe X, or we'll probably get back to you pretty much anywhere you message. Discord is the cleanest way, I would recommend, if you want to get in and see what parts of the team you can fill and see what you can contribute and see if you want to be a part of Super Phoenix Sports. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, make sure to reach out on us on Discord as we get the very first match started with a gigantic lead from Jimmy. Never mind, not that gigantic anymore, as King Buddha's right on his tail. Sakhalin, they're all bundled up into one little ball as King Buddha's trying to cement his lead again. Sakhalin in second place, Dakota in third, Jimmy right after him in fourth. Sakhalin, you can do it, and a lot of people in the stream believe you can. A lot of people in the chat are cheering for Dakota too. I'm pretty sure the chat is not certain of who they want to win, and Dakota, King Buddha, it keeps changing. There's no way I can keep up with King Buddha having a very subtle lead as Dakota and Sakhalin fight over second place, but King Buddha's lead doesn't look that solid. Jimmy comes back from afar. Dakota overtakes Buddha and Sakhalin. Dakota are in the lead as Sakhalin doesn't overtake around the corner. Dakota retakes his position. It was Sakhalin Dakota, however, everybody bursted back into the place and the pack is formed yet again. This little shortcut that Sakhalin came up with gave him a little bit of an edge. Dakota bumping into something on the ground, flying up, sent him all the way to last place as he comes back. Second, third, and he's trying to climb his way back up, back into a fourth. Buddha overtakes Sakhalin. Jimmy's in... Sakhalin's in second place. Sakhalin's back in first. There is no telling. This is the first race where nobody, absolutely nobody, is guaranteed to win this one. That is an intense race where King Buddha has a slight lead over Sakhalin. King Buddha set all the way to third place right after I say that. Sakhalin maintains first place and loses it back to King Buddha. Jimmy in third. It's a neck and neck. They're all choosing to go the upper ramp. They're all trying to close the next gap. The next turn could define a new first placer as Jimmy finally claims the first place in this race for the first time. And Sakhalin immediate overtake with that turn right before King Buddha comes swinging out of nowhere. Sakhalin's fighting for that lead yet again. And it seems that King Buddha has there's something about King Buddha in straight lines where he has a better control over the ship, and there's something about Sakhalin and taking risky turns that allow him to overtake him and take first place just like he is right now. Sakhalin comes out of a turn as first place, then King Buddha overtakes him on the straight anchors. Jimmy right after him, not falling that far behind as King Buddha's in first place, Sakhalin in second, and Jimmy in third. So there's clearly no telling, no clear winner on this one. There's
I see the leaderboard jumping. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's it's like heartwarming to see how the leaderboard goes up and down and jumps and goes and back, because it shows us that the players are trying to commit to this, and it's amazing to see them fight to get to be the first one.
This is by far one of the most insane and intense matchups we've seen in like the tournament ever since like probably the Clash Titans final. This is probably the most intense race we have seen since then, pretty much. King Buddha, however, does have a solid lead here as Sakhalin was sent back all the way to third place with Dakota. Him and Dakota tailing everybody else. Sakhalin needs a few turns. We know he's good at overtaking around those turns. Dakota flying back, trying to swing himself back into the mix of things. Contact is made. Sakhalin comes out on top, and the turn is coming where Sakhalin usually gains a bit of momentum, a bit of an edge. He takes it very cleanly. However, everybody else did as well as King Buddha cements his lead. Jimmy is the one that probably bumped into a wall around that turn, and Sakhalin capitalizes by taking back second place. Jimmy is right behind him, right on the money as they all take the turns. Jimmy was the one who lost the most momentum on that turn as Sakhalin took a little bit of a lead on everybody else. However, King Buddha's looking like he's cruising for a bruising on his zone in the first place, because he has been in his zone for the past minute and a half, uncontested first place, as everybody else is scrambling to catch up. Sakhalin needs a few more turns if he is to catch up with him. Second place, there's probably a 5 to 10 second difference between first and second right now, so we are not sure if Sakhalin even has what it takes to catch up on that momentum, as the laps are almost done. I think with the speed they're going, they might be able to finish the race very shortly, like probably a little bit faster. I'm very curious to see the times we're going to be seeing in here at the end. Sakhalin trying to take the long turn again and trying to regain that momentum, but Dakota actually boosts himself forward and propels, trying to catch up to the King. These are the turns you were not expecting here, Morango, and they're trying to be very economical about their boosts, but King Buddha seems to be holding nothing back here, and he seemed to have mastered the turns this time.
They need to know when to activate it, when to use it, and trying to avoid to use it when they are on a close gap or they are going to turn. Try not to boost there, because you're going to actually crash a wall and you get your place in the race.
Well, King Buddha seems to have had the lead cemented. However, Dakota finishes right before Sakhalin, probably a split of a second, which concludes the final race as King Buddha reclaims his throne after the Clash of Titans event. We haven't seen King Buddha at the top since December.
God.
And this was a blast from the past right here. 5 minutes 29 seconds, 3 seconds behind falls Sakhalin. There was 0.2 seconds between Sakhalin and Dakota. Dakota is in second place. So it was King Buddha, Dakota, Sakhalin, and Jimmy. Wow. Jimmy, imagine how intense the race has to be for Jimmy to be in last place. That's how intense that race was. So it was King Buddha 5 minutes 29 seconds, Dakota 5 minutes 32, Sakhalin 32, and Jimmy's time was like 36, I believe, 4 seconds behind. So like everybody else was within the same 5-second radius.
Crazy. Yeah, it was crazy to see all the names popping up in the leaderboard. It was like, yeah, stop a minute. Let us talk. Let Nopera ask, because he was jumping all around the names. So GG everyone. They did amazing. Yep.
Dakota saying, what a race, I just gave up when I was last. I don't think you were last, buddy. You came in second place, the very final. I'm glad you didn't give up, because nobody was last for long in that race. That was a pretty intense race. These, ladies and gentlemen, are the list of winners for the very first event, for the opening event of the Star Racer Season 1. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, cemented in gold the standings of the very first event. And GG's to everybody that tuned in. And before we wrap it up, we'd like to give a quick thank you to all of our sponsors, Big Yellow Fishes, Dream Test Labs, Decrypted, Polymarket Labs, Star Atlas, DAO, and we'd like to make sure that you guys know that all of this would not be possible without all of you and your dedicated support. And that, last but not least, we'd like to thank the entire community that's been watching and supporting and participating in these tournaments, because without you guys, these tournaments wouldn't exist as well. So we'd like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all of you, and congratulations to all the winners. Hard luck to anybody that got a placement that they are not fond of, because honestly, everybody here is somebody that has placed first place before, so I can imagine some people being frustrated tonight. So yeah, crazy finals. Hash Panda, I had my faith in you the whole time, I swear, dude. And yeah, thank you, NDR. We try to make these streams as best as we can, but again, you guys make the stream. This chat is amazing. We love you all. Morango, should we sign off with your beautiful portrait?
Yes, look at this. I got frozen from the last race. I can't even move. I just can't speak with my mind. So it was amazing to see you guys race, and everyone who was in the chat trying to keep it up with us. Thank you for always being here with us and supporting us.
Exactly. Heard their
SPS
first.
rules.
This has been Super Phoenix Sports. This has been the opening season 1 for Star Racer. It's Nopera and Morango signing out. Peace.
Bye.
How the heck did you authorize this?
Iris Bounty, of course.
In a galaxy far, far away. Well, actually, it's right here in the metaverse.
Wait, where's my crew? Why am I making all the decisions alone?
Meet Captain Jenkins. He used to think running the Galactic Empire solo was cool. He was wrong.
This is exhausting!
But there's a better way. Introducing the Star Atlas DAO, where democracy meets the final frontier.
I propose we increase mining rewards.
I second this motion.
All in favor of not letting Jenkins make decisions alone anymore?
Now I can focus on what I do best, looking cool in my captain's chair.
With Star Atlas DAO, you have the power.
I just voted on fleet composition. I feel so democratic.
I help decide resource allocation. My polis tokens actually matter.
But wait, there's more! State your polis now and receive voting rights on major decisions. A voice in the galactic economy. The warm, fuzzy feeling of decentralization. Bragging rights at space cantinas.
What'll it be? I'll take a Cosmic Cosmo. And did I mention I'm part of the Star Atlas DAO governance?
Don't just take our word for it. Here's what DAO members are saying.
I've invested in 17 different galaxies, and I can honestly say this is the most engaging governance system I've encountered.
I went from space dictator to space democrat, and my crew actually likes me now!
Stake your polis, join the discussions, vote on proposals, be the change you want to see. The future of Star Atlas is in your hands. Will you be a passive observer or an active participant in the greatest democratic experiment in gaming history, the metaverse, where every voice matters, every vote counts, and every polis token is a step toward true decentralization. Plus, it's way more fun than being a space dictator.
Trust me, I'm a council member.
Star Atlas DAO Democracy in Space. Side effects may include increased civic engagement, compulsive proposal reading, and overwhelming desire to discuss governance at social gatherings. Consult your local space lawyer before staking. Past galactic performance does not guarantee future universal domination.